Hey, how's it going? Last weekend, when I was doing my swatching video, I talked about a project I was doing, and I was finding like little bits and pieces everywhere of this project. So I'm going to show you what it is. There it is. There it is. Foam packing for something I bought. I don't know what it was, but I cut each of these squares out and then cut in a little thing there. And what is this? I know you're dying to know. I took these little containers that I've been saving and measured them out. Well, not measured these out, of course, they're already there, but I cut those on the foam here. What I did was, maybe you can see, on the, you can see along the edge here, I took one of these and I put it like this. Well, actually, I took them all and I put them this way first. Now I can't do it because now there are holes there, but I set them all up like this to see how far apart I could get them all, and then I turned them upside down to measure this way and figured I would have just a little bit of space in between each one. Alright, just like that. And then I traced, you know, I just used one, and I traced it with a pencil all the way around, and I measured then about, yeah, I can't remember, like maybe 1.5, not 1.5 inches, that cannot be, a half inch, maybe a half inch inward from here to here. It was roughly like this. Some of these are not quite, like maybe that wide. It looks like about a half inch. So then I cut little divots. Once I figured that out, I just cut these divots in, and that can be used to hold detail brushes. It will not fit water brush pens, or I should say water brush pens will not fit in there, and I have long detail brushes too that will not fit in there, and then I have these fat handled ones that definitely don't fit in there, and most of these fit. This is some non-name brand. There's absolutely no name on them at all. Most of those will fit, but these are the Artesa ones, and every single one of these will fit in there. Not, I don't think all at once, of course. This only goes down about, what do you, maybe 3/4 of an inch. A little more than half an inch down. It's kind of hard to see because I'm showing a white product and lots of light. Yeah, you can see right like that. Maybe 3/4 of an inch. Now this one's a little bit wide, and this is not cut out enough. So I could probably cut a little more off, especially right there. It cuts very easily with a nice sharp X-Acto knife, which is what I used for that part. And so this is basically for either mixing paints. Sir Barks-a-Lot says hello. He has not disturbed the neighborhood in like 2 weeks, and oh my gosh. This morning, here it is, 12 o'clock, and he's barking his head off. This morning, around 10:30, 30 minutes before my alarm was set to go off, this dog went on a barking bender. Oh yeah, I was so ticked at him. I was like, now I have to wake up. So, I'm sure he sees a stray something roaming around or something. Now these aren't like, this right here kind of bothers me because it's pretty far apart. than these are, but this is, you know, the first one I ever made, and this unfortunately is the only foam piece that I have. I know I have other foam pieces like that. Do you know what kind of foam this is? Like, it's not the typical styrofoam or anything like that. It's very soft when you rub your hand on it. And it's done in layers. At least 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, I think it is. Maybe not quite a quarter of an inch thick, I guess. What would that be? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is measure-wise. But these are good for mixing paints in, or I could add like a little bit of paint here or something, and maybe some little water, a little bit of water here, clean and dirty if I wanted to do that. Now, what I want to do is, oh, I guess you want to see this. Let's take one of these brushes. I used this one. I've used this one already. Oh, I could actually do 2. And put them like that. Ooh. And tuck it in a little bit more. Awesome. And so this would be really good for me to use with detail painting. Just to alternate, put. That would be awesome. Okay, so what I want to do now is, I was contemplating painting these, but I think I would have to use acrylic paint maybe, and I do have that. I have my Sharpie pens over here to one side. I'm going to take these out. Obviously this side much easier to pull them out. So I'll have to maybe cut this a little bit wider. Anyway, I'm not sure I'm going to paint the outside of these. Maybe just leave them white. But these come from, I know you're wondering, what are these from? It doesn't say. That just has like product numbering and stuff like that. They are Fancy Feast gems. And what they do is, there's a foil, usually a foil cat food in here. Then a big foil sheet that is glued on like you wouldn't believe. Sometimes a little bit difficult to get off. And then there's a strip here to seal it in, and you just peel off the strip, and then you have these two. Okay, so what I want to do with this is I do want to cover it. And the only thing I can think of to cover it, because I'm going to be putting some wet liquid in here, whether it's paint or water. So I want something that I can cover it with that's going to be waterproof. So I'm going to use this liner. That'll be fun. Okay, it's this comes from, I got this from Dollar General a long time ago. And vinyl top liner, magic cover. Non-adhesive and non-slip, cushions and protects, washable, stain resistant. I bought this one in particular because it's black and white, and I thought, hey, I wonder if I can color that in with something. And I think the first time I tried to color it in, I used alcohol ink markers. Now, what did I do with that? Man, that was a long time ago. Tonight, I cut off a strip, and I decided to test the acrylic paints, the Sharpie acrylic paints on. And they do stay. It does stay on there. So, this might be a coloring adventure later on when I'm bored out of my mind. I'm never bored. But just for grins and giggles, or if I'm watching a video on YouTube and it doesn't require me to look at the screen all the time, then I can color it in. Okay, so my first thought really was just to cover up the sides, but I might also put it on the bottom. I don't know if I want to, would I put it on the top? If I put it on the top, just picture this. If I put it on the top, how would that look roughly-ish? Okay, it's not, they would be a little further apart, right? But we can barely see through them, through these little slits here. So I don't know if I want to go that far to put it on the top like that. Decisions. Let's just cover the whole thing. Let's just do it. If that's the case, it'll be like wrapping up a present or something. Let's see. Definitely. Oh, and I also have to put the slits in. Another reason not to cover the top. This part right here. Kind of like it shiny like that, but let's see. I wish I could. I also here I made a mistake. I cut too much off because I was using a new blade on the X-Acto knife. Yeah, I was just not careful at all, and I thought, oh no! But you know what? The masking tape sticks to this quite well. And I suppose I could cover the whole thing with masking tape, but again, if it gets wet, that tape will come off. So what about that? What about that, Tammy? I will have this over it. Okay. So, do I do the sides? How am I going to do that? How? Put it all the way over. I did not think about this. Who's thinking? There's no thinking involved. Okay, I'm gonna cut it. Cut. There's also no measuring involved, as you can see. I'm trying to look for that invisible line. I should have turned it over. Because I can see the lines better. We're going to work with this piece, I suppose. And I'm planning to tape it with my double-sided tape here. I think that might be the only thing that will work to stick this to it. Because wet glue does not really work that well, I've noticed, with the liner. I've tried other things, cover other things with the liner. Okay, so maybe like that. And if I want the holes out, I want this to be up just flush with this area. Just smooth that over just a smidge. Now, I know you're thinking, what does that measure in case I buy a product and I get foam, foam packaging? Okay, it measures, let's do it from here. This is mark inch number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A little more than 7.5, like 7 and 1, 2, 3/8. 7 3/8 by, also again at the 6-inch mark. 1, 2, 3, 5 3/8 by 7 3/8. Will I take that into consideration while I'm doing this? Nope. Nope, I won't. That was for your information. I do that. So if I keep it like that, I want to mark it. I have to be careful not to go in, not to push the pencil in. And to tell myself not to cut on this line. What did I do? Oh, when I did the outline here, when I drew the pencil line around and I got done completely, the first thing I did when I took the cutter was I started cutting. It wasn't this one. Which one was it? It might have been. Now see, I can't remember. It might have been, no, not that one. One of these end ones. It might have been this one. And I was like, wait! Don't cut that. That's just for the outer measurement. So this, it looks like, oh, it was this one. Because this one's cut goes down a little further. And I didn't cut all the way. I just cut this and maybe a little bit of this or something. And I'm thinking, no, that's not right. Yeah, that's how it went. Okay, then this, I guess I need to measure. Oh, this is a bad thing to measure, right? Wait a minute. Ta-da! A square. A square. A rectangle. Okay, it is 1 1/8 inches high. 1 1/8. 1 1/8. So that's the one that's gonna go up. Like this. Because I want it to be, it was I swear it was 1 1/8. I even showed it. Okay. Now I am going to cut okay, let's move it over a smidge. Okay, that's good. I think that's good. Okay, so now that I have that like that, I also need to... Oh, I'm thinking maybe I don't want to cut it out completely, but maybe cut... Okay. I'm gonna look at the camera. Is that the center-ish? The field monitor? X marks the spot. I can't wait. Slow and steady. quote unquote from Aesop. Well, part of Aesop's anyway. Have you ever read Aesop stories? They're very short. They always teach a lesson. I always say slow and steady to my friend who is always rushing around, getting things done, you know, and sometimes she makes mistakes, and I say slow and steady. You're right, I gotta do that. Now this I do have to, I notice I have to shuffle it a little bit here, okay. My X's are off. That's okay. That's a horrible job. Look at that one. What the heck? The heck, damn me. No problem, because this erases. Do I have to redo these? Redo my X's? Not really, what is the problem I'm having? It's because of the surface. It's not a smooth piece of paper. Okay, let me see how off I am over here. Oh yeah, this one too. Of course. That makes sense. And I really only have to erase, not completely. That's what I'm telling myself right now. Goodness. Horrible. See, some of it's sticking, so is that the eraser bit or the liner? Because the liner is, this is 2 layers. It is this layer. If you look closely, I have liner specifically just like this, not this color, but it's holy, you know, it has a lot of holes in it. And then this is another sheet that's glued to this layer underneath. Okay, let's see. I'm looking for, oh, that's another thing. Not quite in the camera. Oh, I gotta move this over. Okay. This is slightly off here, but I think I'll be okay as long as yeah, I'm gonna have to do those too. Okay, fine, we'll just erase our X's. Well, I'm basically not only removing the pencil, but I'm also removing the liner, that white part. That's interesting. Oh, well, that's a good idea, because that means I can use that eraser to try, if I want to remove that underside there, that first layer. Because I was thinking about that earlier. Yeah, I gotta clean this. And I thought, I wonder if there's a way I can peel these two apart, because I think it would be easier to glue just this layer instead of the whole layer. But now I'm thinking, ooh, this might come in handy if I can remove that. Okay, just a minute. I'm going to clean this off. Okay, let's try this again. Now that I got all of the place cleaned up. It makes me want to remove it. Dare I? So when I when I cleaned up the mat and I put all the little pieces into a little pile, I noticed, oh yeah, that's way more than just eraser residue. That's part of the liner. Right, and then this. So the good thing about this, the good thing about this, I was just gonna say, is that when I move it, it doesn't separate from it, one part from the other. Until I said that, I jinxed myself. Okay, that is what I want right there. Where's my pencil? Oh yeah, I think we'll just turn this around. Roughly the same size. But now I want to put it into these little bracket areas. Okay. That's much ado about nothing. I want to just make sure I'm still in line. Oh my gosh. That's horrible. Well, maybe I should do this. Just make the square anyway. You can see how crooked my cuts are. Look at that, is horrible. Horrible. Trial and error. That's all we're doing. I've never covered one of these with one of these. Okay, so just use a ruler. Hey, what to do? No, I can't. Oh, yes, I can. No, I can't. Never mind. I told myself I was not going to spend a long time on this. Now, can I use... Ow. Wrist hurts. Can I use... Nope, not that one. Let's see. Oh yeah, but I have to be very careful with this. It didn't cut. Scissors? What did I do with them? Oh yeah, I did. That's a new blade. Well, I also cut through the foam. That looks cool. Doesn't that look cool? 3D. And they look like little pyramids, don't they? 3D pyramids. Okay, then... So glad I didn't have to cut from this side. That would be something. Okay, so... Okay, that looks pretty good, right? Now, I wonder if I can put the tape on here. Oh, that'll be fun, fun, fun. Fun! Like straight across, I'm thinking. You think that'll work? Only way I'll find out is if I do it. Because they're sticking up because they're cut already. I wonder if I did, I don't think it's gonna work. Like, tuck it in. Just do it. Just do it. I'm sorry if I took somebody's slogan. Oh, I'm gonna go... How am I gonna do that? Am I going to do it like this? Like, I'm gonna do this side first. Okay, so this measures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's about 8 inches from here to here. And it's nearly impossible to measure it. You can't see it. I probably still can't see it. Is that moving? Is that? That was an interesting way to measure. Oh, yeah. I was only... Wow. Only a little off. Like... 1/4 of an inch? I'm amazed. Now, is this gonna be... It's gonna be a little off. I'm gonna take this off, believe it or not. The liner, not the tape. Wow, what a difference. There's a big difference on my end, but you can barely see that. Is that crooked? This is an interesting way to measure. Uh-oh, I see a problem. Sorry for the loud noise of throwing my scissors down. I always hate it when crafters do that, and there Tammy just did it. It's a little off. And a little short. But that's okay. Come on, you can come up. Come on. Nope. Nope. Okay. Now, I measured that from the bottom, right? Now, the fun part. No. Is that? It's fine. That was close. Okay, now this part here, which just needs I don't know how much of that you can see. I'll be fast forwarding through this. Come on. It's already cut on the liner. Now, does anybody see the mistake the crafty cat lady made? Go ahead, let me know in the comments. Because I gotta do this other side. If I decide to do this other side, I'm going to also be putting X's down or liner down That might like double, you know? I don't know. I can barely see that. Where's the other one? Ooh, that's cool. I'm so crooked. That's how I cut it. When you cut foam, you need to be very careful. And it's almost impossible to cut. Because I'm using scissors and X-Acto knives and things like that. Well, X-Acto knives. And I had to go extremely slowly, and I still, like, where is it? This one? One of these middle ones, I think it's this one, where I overcut it because I wasn't taking my time. I'm laughing because I was thinking earlier, oh, I think I wanted to leave this totally not cut, which means these should be on this side. But, oh wait, see, now that's not sticking. Are you really not going to stick? I'm going to have to glue you down. What was that? That was stickiness. That is weird right there. Oh, that might not stick. I probably pulled off some foam on the inside. It's not as smooth once you cut into past this. This is like a glossy coating or something here. It feels so nice. It's like a stress reliever. Okay. Now. Oh, the corners. I hate doing the corners. Does anybody know a surefire corner way? How about like that? I know. Go in. Miter, miter, miter. I don't want to go. I want to. I did that on purpose. I really did. I'm trying to not go like that. Like that. So I don't want as much of an angle. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Is that tape there? That's tape. Oh, that's right. Never mind. Okay. So you're gonna go like that. And see, that's going to show. But that's okay. I could do it. What's that supposed to be? Tammy. Tammy, Tammy, Tammy. Okay. Oh. Now how did I cut that? No, that was too thin. Okay. Was that other one really too thin? No, it was not. This might be too thick. This is too thick. Ooh, great. What is this one? Wow. Okay, now I want to cut. I want to add some stuff to this. It's okay if they're... Okay, fine. I was gonna say it's okay if they're pointy, but you know, I knew it would bug me. I knew it. Okay, let's make liner stickers. I want this to be... Is there a lower one? Just a minute. Oh, I have an idea. Oh, I know what crafting idea I was supposed to be doing today. It wasn't this one. It has to do with these. I kind of don't want them touching. I want them sticking out a little. Is that wide enough? Got a little piece of... Now, what I'm going to do here... I have to be very, very careful with this tape. Because it's so thin. Sometimes when I peel it off the scissors... I'm just going to put that right there. Right there. Okay. That was the easy part. Really? Do I really need to cover them? Always wear your craft supplies. Oh. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that and just cover the bottom. Now the bottom in my head at the beginning, I was thinking cover it completely and leave a line, no holes. So the fact that I cut holes just boggles my mind, because later on I went back to my original thought and thought, uh-oh. I meant to not cut holes. Yeah. Now that doesn't mean that I can't still like lay another piece over it. I could do that, but I don't think I'm going to cover this. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. But I do think I'm going to have to take glue or something and glue these down more, because they are popping up. Like that one's popping up. That one's popping up. This is like washi tape. Washi tape on foam. Who knew? This tape does stick. It sticks to plastic. It sticks to foil. It sticks to paper. It sticks to this if I want to put it there. Well, that is plastic, but so it's good tape. But some surfaces, I can just imagine that it doesn't stick to some surfaces, like foam. I might have to put, obviously masking tape sticks to the foam, so I might have to put like a little piece of masking tape over that or something all the way around. I don't know. Maybe in the future when I'm not on camera, I might actually take pieces of the liner and go all the way on the inside. That there's no way that I could put is that one coming up? No. That I would do that on camera, because that would take forever. And these white sides, you can't see it all, or barely at all. But I'm done. As far as I know, I'm done. Until I decide to tweak something else on this thing. Now, I would have to try it out. So the next time... Oh, I'm doing Stabilo watercolor pencils next when I swatch. So I could at least put water. At least put water in there, right? Instead of the paints. Because I would have to color the inside with the pencils. Where are those things? Where did I put those? I can't remember. So if you get any kind of packaging and you're like me and you think, I could probably use that later, and you save it, just know that you can cut into this kind of foam cuts very easily. So you could make portable paint pots, or what the heck is this going to be called? I have no idea. Decorating my... What can I do it this way? Oh, well now I can see. Would this look good with... Would this look good with the liner underneath? Maybe. But I know I've been talking for a while at least. Oh my gosh. The camera's been running for an hour and 30 minutes, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be an hour and 30 minutes. Because I fast forwarded through a lot of stuff. Oh, I had to go like that, right? Set it up. I am setting up my shot. What can I say? I put it in like this. Oh, that's probably not, looks great, but it's probably not a good idea because I don't want to damage the brushes. Hey, that actually looks pretty cool. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. It's backwards. Bye.